Hello traders, another week has chanced upon us and there are fresh market setups emanating for this week. Last week the forecasts were on the Euro USD, the Euro JPY, the CAD JPY and the GBP JPY. With the exception of the CAD JPY, all the pairs had made proper breakouts above the major resistance levels. But then the bullish momentum couldn't hold as a true one. The breaks were all false. Hopefully the forecast for this week give us true market structures. For this week, all the forecasts are taken from the weekly time frame and they are on gold, USDCHF and the USDCAD. From the gold, there's an interesting market structure that has occurred on it. When we look at the highs and the lows, we have low 1, 2, 3, and we have high 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6 over here. Let us zoom the charts out and look at how we can make sense out of this market structure. Trying to connect the lows and the highs. The market gives us a triangle which could be an ascending triangle or a symmetrical triangle. A symmetrical triangle because the resistance of this structure is not perfectly horizontal. So for the weekly, from the weekly time frame, we have a spinning top which indicates two things. Either the bulls and the bears are showing no bias, or the bulls are losing their momentum, the momentum that they begin with this minor uptrend. But when we pull down to the daily time frame, the setup is clear, as we have a pin bar at a major resistance level. Hopefully this pin bar holds as a true one. If not, the resistance might break. The price might break the resistance and we will see more bullish momentum in the gold. I would actually be looking at the movement in the gold and the USDCHF for correlation tactics. I had two views on the USDCHF last week and they were all to the downside. Last month, I mean. For now, I'm kind of losing my bearish view on the USDCHF because there has been a false break over here. Let's plot the support and resistance lines and see how this market is faring for the false break to be clearer. Initially, I had these lows 1, 2, 3 to work with, and now a low has been added over here. But when I try to connect these lows, I have only 2 touches, and 2 touches are not really accurate. But when I connect it over here, I have 3 touches, which confirms a trend line. Looking over here, we can see that there is a false break somewhere if you pull down to the daily time frame. But then let me add the resistance level before we go further. This was my previous resistance and it still remains my resistance as it is the highest point of 2018. So you can see that we have an ascending triangle over here. if this false break is really a true one, I'll be looking forward to go long above this level, which is the 0.99944. It could be that this one is also a retest. If it's a retest, then this very support level would give us credence that it's a breakout from the long-term triangle. So that's it for the USDCHF and the USDCAD. Can't remember the number of times I've considered a break of this whole pattern on the USDCAD, which never manifested. It seems like the uptrend is still holding. We have our lows here and we have our highs, which are not very accurate. The lows are not even accurate as well. So let's connect them. In connecting them, we are presented with an uptrend using a simple trend line trading strategy. And we can find an ascending channel if we decide to connect the highs as well. The candlestick for the previous week is strongly bullish. If this one holds as a true one as well, prices are going up. But when we pull down to the daily time frame, we can see that this very zone is so choppy, and choppy zones most at times restrict free movement of the market. So I'll be a careful bull on the USDCAD. On the fundamental end, we have a week that is packed with action.